Hey everybody, on today's WVGunsNGoats video, we're going to be decorating this empty wall here with some really nice metal pegboards. Now, these are from gunpegboard.com. We've got 2 of these plain silver ones, and we also have 3 of these really nice American flag print pegboards. These come from Hangtime store. They were decorated and customized. They have all kinds of different designs that you can get on these pegboard pieces. We purchased these through Gun Pegboard and Hangtime. We weren't sponsored or given these or anything for this review. This is something neat that we saw online, and we thought it'd be a really nice idea to decorate this wall here with them. So we're going to show you how easy these go up and how you can turn your own blank wall here into a display wall for your firearms. Looking at the panel here, their dimensions are 16 inches across and 32 inches tall. Now the 16 inches is important because depending on your wall construction, your studs on the inside can either be 16 inches apart or they can be 24 inches apart. I guess it depends if it's an exterior or an interior wall, the spacing of your studs. Now we also have 6 screw holes here. These larger holes on the front side allow the screws to be recessed so you won't see them. However, on the back side here, the bends in the corners of the metal here are going to support those screws, and they also have a smaller hole here so they won't pull through. Now, depending on the spacing of the studs in your walls, these will either mount directly to the studs in your wall, or you will need these anchors. This one came with this little pack of hardware here. However, we did have to buy some extras because we didn't have enough for all the panels that we were putting up. Those little blue anchors are going to give it support on the back side of the drywall, and we will be using the screws with the anchors today when we put these up. Here's one of the other American flag panels. There are 3 of them. They all go together to make a nice flag motif there. Same construction as the end panels. We're using 2 of the silver ones on the ends, and then these 3 American flag ones in the center. I'm not sure how they printed this American flag on here, but it's really well done. And it has a nice glossy finish to it. As far as tools go, you're going to need a tape measure, a bubble level, you're going to need a Sharpie or some kind of marker, a screw gun, a drill, and you're also going to need a stud finder. As you can see here, it works. All right, so we decided we're going to hang them 36 inches from the floor here. So we're just going to go ahead and make a mark here at around 36 inches. So that'll determine the bottom of our panel. We took our bubble level and we made sure our outside wall here was level, which it was. So then we used our mark at the bottom here, 36 inches from the floor, and we held our panel up against the outside wall, dropped it down to our mark at the bottom, then we took our Sharpie and we marked through each one of those holes. Next up, we drilled the holes, and then because we have to use the anchors, we took this Phillips screwdriver, pushed it just through the hole right there, and that should give us a perfect size hole for the anchors that we're using. All right, now we're going to install our anchor into the wall there. Just push it all the way in until it's flush. All right, so we're gonna just screw this in here. Get that started, and I'm gonna run it in with the screw gun. Just has to snug it in there. You don't have to run it in super deep when using the anchors. Next, I'm gonna put this one in the bottom and just get it started in there with the Phillips screwdriver. Last screw in, we have to drill these other 3 here. Now we have 1 panel hung. So here's an important note. The screws that it came with have a head for a number 3 Phillips and not a number 2 Phillips. So you may have to buy some of these number 3 Phillips bits if you're using power tools to put them up. So now we've got our very first one up. We're just gonna go from right to left here, and we're gonna put up the American flag ones, and then we're gonna cap it off with another one of these silver ones. All right, so the next panel might just take 2 people to do. If you have an extra person to help you with, I highly suggest it. Otherwise, you're going to need to hold it up and hold pressure on it. Take your finger and put it down here so you can feel that both panels are aligned together flush. And then go ahead and put your body weight on it and mark your holes here. Mark all your holes on that side. Come over here and mark all of your holes. Double check to make sure for flush before you do mark the left side holes though. So since we have 24-inch studs in this wall, we're back at a stud right here because we got 16 and 16 is 32 and another 16 is 48 and 24 and 24 is 48. So here we are with another stud. Here's the finished wall. We've got the 2 silver galvanized steel panels here capping off the American flag panels. And when you install this first panel, you really want to make sure that it is leveled. It is crucial because all your other panels are going to base their levelness off of your very first panel. Now we had checked our outside wall for levelness and found out that it was perfectly level, so we were able just to go right up against that wall. But if you're putting these panels up somewhere between 2 walls, you really need to make sure that the first one you install is level. Next up, price-wise, these 2 galvanized steel panels, well, they ran about $50 for the set of 2, and this 3-panel set with this American flag print on it, and they have a whole bunch of other prints that you can get, they ran about $199. Then you've got hooks and other accessories. We got a bunch of the hooks here, and these were $7 for a set of 2 of them. And they are really nice and easy to install. You just take and you put it in there and pull down on it, and it's latched into place. And then you can take your other one and just put the top in first and pull down. So now we've got 2 hooks set up there, and you can just put stuff like your uppers on there and your guns or whatever you want to hang on your wall there. Thanks for joining me for this nice video of installing this pegboard wall. This has been another WV Guns and Goats video, and remember, if you're not out there having fun shooting, what are you doing?